Greetings. Yeah, you got that right. I am streaming a bit early. I just felt like getting some work done. I just felt like it. I didn't like them apples. Hello. Johnny Utah, you are the source for all that is cruel and evil in this world. You hateful, callous, cynical bastard. I think that's a little harsh. I think that's. I mean, there's probably some truth to it, but you know, yeah, let's be reasonable here. I'm definitely not helping. Let's just say that. Let's just put it that way. Oh, I'm terrific. How are you? Just, Philadelphia is terrific. No problems. Have I tried Apex? Is that are you talking about the free-to-play shooter? I did. I hated it. So there. I tried it. I thought all the character models were hideous, and I didn't really like playing it, so I deleted it. Jeff, you were really cool, and I met you at Anime Expo this year. Yeah? What did I tell? What did I tell you at Anime Expo? How was I? You know, my memory's a little foggy. I don't, you know. Am I a little quiet? Let me check my levels. Input volume. Is that a little better? Is that a little tastier? Hello. All right. A little less. All right. Anyway, what were we saying? Did you really go to Anime Expo? You know, George, you know, sometimes I forget what I wear every day, and, you know, it could have been me. Who knows? Four points away from becoming silver. Regular silver. Well, hey, it's better than, you know, hey, that's something. There's people that are never going to leave bronze, right? I think I'm gold at the moment, which is still kind of pathetic. Even though I don't really play that much, so I know a lot of people that are in diamond. But, you know, I don't know. I just haven't really... I don't really play this like I played 3 and 4. And 2 for that matter, so... Oh well. I did get my Switch, yeah. I've been fucking around in Mario Maker a little bit. Not really happy with anything I'm making, so I'm not really too keen on sharing at the moment. I'm not adding you. What are you talking about? Fuck off. Dalsum is hard. Well, he's weird. He's weird and hard, but I don't know. I kind of find him appealing. Best and worst convention experiences. I don't know. I've never really had anything too memorable either way. It just kind of... I haven't been to one in a while. I just kind of walk around and... I think I've been to Comic-Con 3 times. And... I don't know. I can't really remember. What the hell is there? I mean, I don't know. Does MagFest count? MagFest, MagFest is pretty forgettable. It's a big disappointment every fucking year. I don't really go much anymore. I may partake in Chris's YouTube extravaganza again soon. We'll see. He may come here and do it. We'll see. Just pray by your bedside every night. Maybe it'll happen. I think I'm done with Sonic the Hedgehog games forever. Yeah. LA is I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just kind of hot, and you know, I didn't mind visiting. I don't know if I'd really want to live there. I think I like the East Coast. I like East Coast weather. It would be hard to kind of be giving. It would be hard to give up winter and fall for a bunch of. I don't know. Just leave it at that. Of course, I've seen The Wire. Yeah, I don't think I'm even very good at. I'm not very good at drawing on command. Like drawing in slightly artistic is very stressful, and I feel like I don't do a very good job. I'm not used to drawing something good like once. Like as you can see, I build things up over rough sketches over and over into like artistically detailed things. Like I don't know if I'm even very good at that type of thing. Like I kind of struggled last time I did it. Yeah, it's a great show. I think HBO remastered it like 2 or 3 years ago, so it's in HD now. Which it wasn't before. You're too kind. You're too kind. I'm drawing. I don't really want to explain it. Let's just say I'm drawing something game related, something like robotic for the game. Right now it's just kind of this big robotic head. You're just gonna have to hold tight on that one. Just know it'll probably appear in the game at some point unless I change it. Right now I'm kind of only drawing one half of the face because I'm gonna duplicate and swap it, and then I'm gonna alter it some more. I wish I could draw for fun more, but I just don't. I don't know. Too burnt out too lately. It'll probably look like me in another 40 years. We'll see. Oh, you funny guy. I'm definitely not up to date on the latest memes, no. My college experience with illustration was a complete waste of time. I mean, I don't know. I'm glad I went to college, at least for the social experience, but professionally, I don't know. I really feel like personally I didn't get a whole lot out of it. My teachers kind of sucked. They were really out of touch, and I'm trying to be as fair as possible, and they just really did not help whatsoever. I mean, they dropped the ball. They were both there for 30 plus years, two of them. They didn't know fucking jack shit about like the freelance illustration market. They didn't really help anybody learn anything about any of that. We had one semester with one guy came in who was a professional illustrator, because the one teacher went on sabbatical, and he actually had some useful information, which was something, but generally it was a big fucking waste of time, and I'm still kind of sore about it. So yeah. Yeah, maybe. After watching Full Metal Jacket, I feel like I just have to be... I'd have to be funnier at insulting people. Yeah, no, the rest of this guy is done. His whole body and everything. Here's like the human version of him over here. He's just kind of like this grouchy little shithead. There's a robot version of him. So I'm trying to... I don't know. I'm trying to like make him look sort of more fucked up looking, not too cartoony. Sort of like the robots in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, kind of like that. Kind of just built out of shit parts. But, you know, as I'll just kind of get the basic gist down, and then I'll go back and... Nick? You mean Mick? Mick. Oh, Damon. Damon. Cardinal rule number 1. I just finished watching Stranger Things. It seems like it was a bit better than season 2, so there's that. Ukraine. My friend from college would always do this fucking character. It's kind of dumb, but he'd always had this character where he was Ukrainian, and he'd always talking about riding his bike in the, you know what? Never mind. I'm not trying to even explain it. It's just gonna not work, so I'm not even gonna try it. But he had this whole fucking character down, and I don't know why he did it. Anyways. Hello. Beanlight Games. What have you made? Have you made a game? As a person who lived through the 80s, you like Stranger Things aesthetics? I mean, it harkens back to a time when fashion was generally terrible. I mean, I don't know. It's like, you know, there's ups and there's positives and negatives about it. I was younger than they were at that age, at that time of the year. But no, my friends, they were not. I didn't really have many artist friends. They were mostly sports guys. I don't know why. I didn't really click well with the artists in my class. They're a bunch of flakes. Same with game dev students. Oh, damn. Shots fired. Jeff, did you ever tell your Lieutenant Dan story? You never heard it? Have any of you heard the Lieutenant Dan story? I mean, I can tell it again. I've actually told it multiple times on the stream, but I can tell it again. Yeah. Let me recount my thoughts here. So, all right, I'll tell it one more time for old time's sake. In my first year of college, I was in a dorm, some friends. The nice thing about our hallway and our dorm was everyone in the hallway knew each other. We all pretty much met each other immediately, got along. We'd play flag football as a big group. I noticed that a lot of people in a lot of dorm hallways in the college, other people I knew, the hallways were completely quiet. No one talked to one another. But our hallway was very lively. We were just always hanging out. Everyone talked. But anyways, so I can't remember if there was an open room or somebody left, but basically in the second semester of my first year, now, you know, bear with me what I'm about to say here. I'm not judging, I'm just stating facts. But there was a crippled guy. A crippled guy moved in. We didn't know anything about him. You know, he just had a big old beard. Very kind of scrawny dude. And, you know, hey, being crippled, you know, hey, we were more, I am sure if the dude was cool, we would have got along great. We could have got along great. But, unfortunately, this man was certifiably insane. And insane in the absolute worst ways. And we started hearing rumors he was kicked out of his last living spot. And they stuck him in our building. And we didn't know that at first. But basically, little things started occurring that made us start questioning what the hell was going on. First the guy started... How did I put this? His room smelled like certifiably awful. It smelled like shit. And when I say it smelled like shit, I really mean it smelled like the most pungent. It smelled like somebody just took a dump in a toilet bowl and your face was being pushed into it. We don't know if the guy was shitting in his room, but it certainly smelled like it was... It was like a health hazard. I'm not even exaggerating here. I guess I am being a fucking ableist. Fuck him. But it was so bad. Like, first we were like, instead of going down the hallway and out the front door, we would go down to the other end, the opposite end. There was a locked door, so we'd have to go up the staircase, down the hallway of the second floor, and then down the main staircase and out the front door, all to avoid the stench of this dude's room. And then when he'd go to the bathroom in the morning, he'd crawl out of his room. He wouldn't take his wheelchair. He'd crawl from his room to the bathroom, and he'd leave a streak of shit behind him on the floor. I'm not making this up. The cleaning lady was mortified by this shit. And we were just like, what the fuck is happening here? This guy... So there was that. So we're like, all right, something's very fucking wrong here. Somehow this man is in his room, breathing in ungodly amounts of methane in that room of his. So that was just the beginning, and then we'd run into him outside of his room every now and then. We'd run into him in the dorm room lobby where he'd be sitting there. Again, not making this up, eating sticks of butter. He's sitting there eating sticks of butter like candy bars. And I was like, okay, all right, okay, so be it. He eats sticks of butter like Snickers bars. Okay, but he just kept that was a more Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was a more passive thing he was doing, and not directly pissing us off, but more just like a what the fuck. So anyway, the guy was nuts. The shit thing was really like the number one issue. Like there was a lot of weird things he was saying, we just hated him. We hated him. And I feel like I still remember this day. I still I'm conflicted about it, but just imagine you're walking home from class and you see this guy in this jazzy power chair, which was him, by the way, and he's coming the other way. And the ghost shitter, I can explain that too. But we saw him get his jazzy power chair, which is just a motorized scooter basically, because he couldn't walk. It got stuck on the curb, so he's sitting there, spinning his fucking wheels on the curb. And I mean, I feel like any human being in any walk of life would probably see that and be like, let's help. But we hated this man so much, we walked right by him. We left him stuck on the fucking curb. And I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about it, because the guy was making our lives a living hell. The college wasn't doing shit about it. I mean, it was like a fucking health hazard. I don't know. I was a 17-year-old dipshit. So yeah, I don't know. That's the gist of it. I mean, I could get into a bunch of other things they did to him and how pissed off, so there's that story. The Phantom Shitter was like 2 years later when I was living in an apartment with my friends on campus. There were 3 of us, but the apartment held 4 people, and we couldn't find a 4th person. Everyone else we knew had a place, so the college stuck us with a new guy who was also named Jeff. So there were 3 Jeffs. 3 Jeffs out of 4 people in this fucking apartment, which is kind of fucking ridiculous. And it was like Jeff, and Joel. And every time someone would call for Jeff, we jokingly like numbered ourselves. Like I gave my friend was Jeff 1 because he went and worked out and he was the biggest guy there. He was the bigger one. I'm like, fine. I was Jeff 2, and then we just gave the 3rd guy we didn't give a shit about Jeff 3, the moniker Jeff 3. Yeah, I know. I can't help. So yeah, the Phantom Shitter. So this story is fucking weird. So this guy. Okay, so to back up a bit, the 3 of us, we'd fuck with each other, we'd lie and fuck with each other and do things and prank each other and whatever. Most people do that. But this situation started to turn into like serious paranoia, because we'd keep finding these big dumps, like, not to be gross here, but we keep finding these big dumps in the toilet. No toilet paper. See, this is the thing. Those little details. There's a big log in the toilet. The seat was down. He always put the seat up. There's a fucking log in the toilet. There's no toilet paper in the toilet. So whoever did this They never flushed. They left the log. They shut the goddamn toilet seat. Left it. And I was like, well, I'm not doing this. Were my two friends doing it? And I confronted them. I'm like, listen, like, I found twice now. I keep finding these fucking huge logs in the toilet without being flushed. Like, what are you doing? Who is doing this? Who is doing this? And they denied it. And I was like, all right, well, I'm like, it's definitely one of you two assholes, because the fourth guy, he wouldn't be doing it. We don't even know him. Every time we run into him, he's like, he doesn't joke around with us. He doesn't laugh. I mean, you know, he's a nice guy, but he's not that friendly with us where he would be fucking with us or playing a prank on us. We're like, he just doesn't seem like the type to do something like this. So I ruled him out. And I'm just like, all right, well, it's the other Jeff or my friend Joel or one of them. It's fucking one of them. Weeks would go by. Weeks of this. I think I was up to like the 13th log in the toilet. I'm just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening here? And I got so frustrated, I put a big goddamn sign in the bathroom. Like, I just wrote like on big marker, like, beware the phantom shitter or something, like, in warning people that if the seat was down, there's going to be a big log in the toilet. Yeah, we call him the phantom shitter. So, and this is the most fucked up, I feel like, of all of it. This is the most fucked up part. So, I put that sign in the bathroom, and less than a day goes by, and our fourth roommate, who we were not really friends with, comes out laughing. He's like, oh, you guys. I'm like, what? What's so funny? He's like, it's me. It's me. I'm the phantom shitter. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why didn't you just say something? Okay. Explain what the fuck is going on here, man. Because this isn't funny. This has been going on for fucking weeks. Like, you're fucking with us? He's like, no, I wasn't. I know, well, I am drinking, so just bear with me here. He's like, no, I wasn't fucking with you. And this is where I'm just like, was he lying to me? He's like, oh. He's like, listen, this is kind of embarrassing, but every time I take a shit, instead of like wiping, I just decide to take a shower instead. So I just shit and take a shower. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me alright, well, that's one thing, but you forgot, instead of wiping, you just took a shower and you forgot to flush every single fucking time. He's like, yes. It's like, you fuck. All I could do is throw my arms up in the air and accept it. I mean, there was nothing else I could do. It was blowing my fucking mind. I don't know. That's why I asked him. It just didn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, that too. And there's feces in our shower. So, I don't know. Who fucking knows, man? It's fucking ridiculous. Anyways. So yeah, fuck that guy. I mean, I think I've told them all. I could tell you about. Yeah, I could tell you. I could tell you one more. So basically, um, so my first year in college, we knew this kid. We called him Snuffy. I think his last name was like Snuff. His last name was like it was for okay. Back up. I'll back up. His last name was like Greek or something. So I don't know. We somehow started calling him Snuffleupagus, like the elephant on Sesame Street, and we just shortened it to Snuffy. So we just kept calling him Snuffy. And the kid was kind of a quiet, nice guy in his own way, but kind of like just like a lost, gullible, nerdy dude, right? And hey, that's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. But the problem was he joined like the local frat, and we were already like these frats, like frats in colleges differ, but the particular ones, because I went to like a smaller state school, they were not. They were just kind of pathetic in a way. Like you basically had to pay money. You had to pay money to join the frat. You're basically paying them to humiliate you. Yes, you're sort of buying friends in a weird roundabout sort of way, but you're essentially, until you're sort of like in the frat, all the initiation shit is just humiliating the fuck out of you. It went from like minor stuff to doing things like in the cafeteria, like going over to like a girl's table and doing like they make you do like just embarrass yourself. Oh boy. Adam's buying my friendship. Hell yeah. Well, Adam, I think you've earned a handshake. That's about it. But thank you. So anyway, this dude joined the local frat. I forget what the letters were for it. If I'd tell you if I could remember. But he we just didn't like these dudes. Like, they were just dickish. They were just a bunch of cunts, and we didn't like them, and we didn't like the fact that he was buying their friendship. So that just put him on our bad side. So we would just endlessly fuck with him, like just every single fucking opportunity we possibly could. We would not too many people had their cell phones back then, so we'd steal his phone cord and we'd just lock him in his room. We'd penny lock. I don't know if you guys, we do this thing called penny locking, where we could force, like, the way the door frame was set up, like the door, like the metal frame sort of overlapped the edge of the door, so we could push pennies between the door and the door frame, and it would put so much pressure on like the door latch, you weren't able to open the door. And this is probably kind of a fire hazard, but just some guys having fun. We'd steal his phone cord and we'd just leave him in there all day. We'd like tape signs to his windows and we'd throw shit under the door. Like we'd stand outside the door and just write things on pieces of paper and saying, like, you have to say this out loud as you can, or we're never gonna let you out. So we'd just make him like yell stupid shit all day until he was like on the verge of tears, and then we'd let him out. I know that thinking back, this is a little too much bullying for my taste, but we weren't hurting the guy. We were just fucking around with him. We'd do things like, call them up, say we're from the frat, and say we needed a pizza down at the gymnasium, like in 20 minutes or something. So, and because I don't know why the frat did this, but any new recruits had to wear fatigues, so he had to jump in his fatigues, and we just cracked the doors and we watched him book it down the hallway. Like we come up like, hey, this is John. This is John from the frat. We need a pizza pronto, and he'd go get it, and we just laugh. I mean, it's just so stupid, innocent and stupid, but we would do shit like that to him all the time. But then the coup de grace of the whole thing, or whatever you want to call it, a friend of mine, what's this? Q Dogs. Well, that's gross. The ultimate final prank was he was first we knew he had a lot of porno mags in his room, and I had no part in this, but he had a lot of porno mags, a lot of Penthouse or whatever, and we knew in this particular day he was giving tours to incoming students. He signed up to give tours, and he was part of the tour. The end of the tour was coming back to his room to show new students what a typical dorm room looked like. And since we knew this, and we knew his roommate, who was like this dude from he was like this hippie from the 70s. He didn't give a shit. He was just he just let us in. He was just like, I don't care. You guys can do whatever. So they went in, they took out all his porno mags, they spread them out all over the entire fucking room. They drew pictures of him. My artist friends drew pictures of him sucking his own dick, put that all over the walls, taped shit in front of the TV about how he's a douchebag. It was just a nightmare. And he came. This is. I didn't have anything to do with this, Jackie. I didn't have anything to do with this. I didn't even see it. I heard about it. So guess what happened was, this is what they're expecting. They were going to come back. He was going to come back with the group, be the first one in the door, look around and say, oh fuck, those fucking idiots, and close the door and just be like, oh sorry, I can't show my room because somebody fucked it up. But instead, he just shuffled in everybody ahead of him without even looking. So this entire group of 20 or 30 people with students, with a bunch of 17-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds with their parents, are standing in this pornotopia of just porno and horrible drawings everywhere around them. And they're just he just and I guess some father was I guess one of the fathers was oh, it looks like they pulled a prank on your son or something like that. And I don't know. I don't think he ever got over that one. He never forgave us for that one. But anyways. Anyways. I thought it was kind of funny. Whoops. Anyway, I don't know. It's very, very silly stuff. But Yes. Look, man, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Anyway, worst drug story. I mean, I don't know anyone that's ever overdosed or done anything stupid, but I doubt it, George. I doubt it. George is a fibber. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, this is the bus driver. Yes. I don't know what you're talking about, George. Good job. Alright, Scribble Boy. Scribble guy. I don't want them to be marshmallow teeth. I'll just have to work on them not being marshmallow teeth. Damn it. Am I cooking anything specially? Not really. I don't know if you have any suggestions. As for how or who puts their name on the front, I don't really know how that's gonna go. It's I don't know. It's complicated. What the fuck? Damn it. What the fuck is happening here? How is it available? What do you mean? How was it available for free? Is that... Oh, dude. What do you mean Adobe is a show numbers for free? I mean, it's you're still I mean, they're not like... It's not like they're officially giving it away for free. It's just like every other site. They're just... I mean, there's like a cracked version of CS3 out there that doesn't require anything, doesn't require a serial number or anything. It just works. Midsummer? No, I have not seen it. What is the plot of that? I think I've heard about it. I think I'm gonna be taking a break from games for a while. I've got a Switch and I just played it a little too much lately. Ugh. What made us decide to make a game? Money. No, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like we had the resources to do it, so why not? Felt like we had a good idea. Oh man, tired as fuck today. You know? I don't know. I don't know who's gonna release it, bud. Do you? Do you though? What time is it? 6:28. It's being converted to C++. That's all I really know. I wish I could give you a more in-depth explanation. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna get some dinner. I'll be back. I'll be back a little bit later. Sorry to only make this an hour and 15-minute stream, but I gotta grab a burger or something. So you all hang in there. Sorry. All right, I'll be back. I'll be back. It's not a lie. Hey, I don't lie. Usually. I'll probably be back. All right. I'll see y'all later.